Hello, massage connoisseurs, family, friends, whoever is watching this. Today, I'm going to teach you some movements that will help you if you're having problems with your arms, your forearms, your hands. Again, we're doing a lot of computer work, I'm sure, and probably more home projects, house projects, landscaping. So our arms and hands are getting overused. So I'm going to show you just a few simple things that you can do to try to help work out some of the kinks and pain and tightness in these areas. And then at the end of the video, again, if you're interested, I'm going to share with you what emotionally can be stored in the arms and the hands specifically. So if that interests you, then have a listen, and if not, you can hit the stop button before I get to that part. So let's just start with taking your right hand, and I'm going to cross over. And, a lot of times when we're having issues or pain in our body, it's not always coming from the obvious place. So sometimes even having tightness coming into the sternum from this pec area can resonate and radiate down the arm. So we're going to start there. So if you can find that sternum, this bone right here in the middle, and you're going to take the palm of your hand, and again, we're crossing over right to left pec, and we're going to find that bone, and then we're just going to slowly strip this area. I can take my other hand and kind of reinforce. If I go from the bone all the way out into that shoulder. And you'll feel little spots that feel kind of hard or kind of painful. I have one right there. And you can just kind of knead it out a little bit. So I would say, if you need a number, maybe do 10 of those. And then, of course, do the other side. And now that you kind of know where that sternum is, if you go just to the left of the sternum, if you're doing your left pec, I want you to just knead that area. Stay real close to the sternum, but not on the sternum. And just work your way down. Because, again, that's going to start to release and open this up, so it'll give you relief in your arm. And again, do these on both sides, obviously. I don't know why I keep saying that, but if you're a rule follower, you're going to want to know that. So now we're going to do just some simple, just grab and just kind of knead. Grab and knead all the way down the arm. And you can work your way back up. And once you feel like you've done it long enough and it feels like it's kind of getting warm and tingly and a little bit looser, you can move on to the next thing. So I love using little things around the house and little tools. So I'm sure you probably have something like this. It's just a rubber ball. This is so good for your forearm. So again, if you're doing a lot of computer work, these flexors and extensors can get really, really tight and start to wreak havoc. So something simple you can do is you can just stop your work and hopefully you can see that, and just roll and strip out that entire forearm. And then you can get your hand. So roll that all around your hand. You can even do some squeezing just to kind of get everything unstuck, because when we get in these positions and these postures throughout the day, we get really stuck. So the next thing we're going to do, now that our tissue is warmed up, fairly warmed up, now we're going to do some stretching. So what we can do is, if you can, I want you to just reach behind your back, fold your hands, and stretch back. Pull back and down. What that's going to do is it's going to open up this entire pec area.
Mommy?
Hey, buddy. You want to say hi?
Hi.
I'm teaching people how to release their arms and pecs and hands.
Mommy, can I have my iPad?
Yep, you can go get it.
Thanks.
Okay, and so if you cannot do that, if you can't get into that stretch, you can get into a doorway and just put your hand and arm up to the doorway and lean into it like this. I'm pretending there's a doorway. That'll also open up that pec area, which is really great. And then one last thing to get your forearms, another stretch, is grab your hand like this and stretch down and then go the other way. And just back and forth, back and forth. Great job. So those are about 4 or 5 movements and stretches that you can do to help relieve and release any pain or tightness. Now, for those of you who want to know what's held emotionally in these spaces, and again, this may not apply to you. You could hear these things and go, no, that does not apply to me. But it can make you stop and think and go, yeah, I have been wrestling with that, or I've been thinking about that. Then that's when you can lean in and kind of work through that to relieve, hopefully, some pain in your body. So let's start with the hands. So what emotionally can be held in the hands is the ability to grasp or let go of ideas. So grasping or letting go. Then left hand, if you're having more pain or issues with the left hand, it could be that you're having an issue of being able to receive, or that you're being maybe a little passive. So that's the left hand. The right hand is more about the ability to give, reaching out, letting go. Could be that you're acting in an aggressive way. So if you're having more pain or issues in the right hand, it could be that some of those emotions are stored or trapped there. Then let's go into the arms. So left arm could be that you are possibly not bringing enough spirituality into yourself, allowing yourself and letting yourself be open to that. Could be that if you're having more issues on the left side. Right arm could be that you are not doing enough physically for yourself. Arms also represent your ability to hold the experiences of life, good or bad. So there you go. I hope that helps you. And again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if this is helping you, please let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.